company, Xclusiv Shipbrokers, was formed in 2017. In these 7 years that we have been operating, mainly in the sale and purchase of ships, second-hand and new buildings, our company philosophy is one and very, very simple. We want to have and we want to prove our name. Our name is exclusive. We want to be the exclusive selection of a broker for an owner, for a principal, for a friend, for somebody who cooperates with us. And that is something that is very difficult because this is not given to you. It's hard earned. It's earned with a lot of effort, with honest business and with trust. So this is more or less, we have exclusive as our name and we want to be the preferred choice, the broker that people feel very comfortable and very relaxed, and they have the knowledge that we will be there to do the business that we need to do. So this is very, very simple. Now, talking about broking in general, being also the president of the Hellenic Shipbrokers Association, what we have been trying as an association is to keep broking at the top. As Greek shipowning is #1 in the world, controlling more than 20% of the world fleet and operating with excellence, this is something that we as brokers, we have to continue in exactly the same manner, which means that we cannot be second, we cannot be mediocre, we cannot be average. We have to be the best. And that goes to both chartering, sale and purchase, and all shipbroking in general. And again, above all, keeping ethics and keeping the way of doing business in the proper manner. And I think Greek broking is well known for that. That's a challenging question because, of course, digitalization means a lot of data, means a lot of feedback, a lot of real-time monitoring of a lot of data, as I said again. And it's all down to too much data can be no data at all. That's one of the biggest problems. So we have to identify useful data, we have to identify data that makes sense, data that we can derive out of that useful results and make proper decisions. So digitalization is a very good tool, as a mobile phone is a good tool in everybody's hands, but it has to be used in a very correct way. So we are very much concerned that new technology, high speed of information flow, and above all, a lot of data has to be manipulated with an intelligent way. Now, talking about decarbonization, that is a very, very, very big issue. That's a very big topic. It's a topic that I could be discussing here with you for hours, and still you will be more puzzled. I would be more puzzled after our discussion because there are so many wild cards and so many uncertainties in all these new, as we call, new technologies. One famous ship owner from Chios, he said it very rightly. Yanni, I think all this hype about green shipping is paradodoulies, meaning something that will make us and enable us and make the need that we have to spend. We have to spend money and we have to, again, as we have it in our household lives, we have to change our vacuum cleaner, our fridge, our television, our car, everything, because it has to become green. Okay, shipping has to become green, but maybe all this hype is not well designed. I think this is my honest opinion. I agree about paradodoulies. I agree that this is an industry that will create a lot of money and a lot of new products that people are designing, people will buy. But I'm not very sure that all this is towards the right direction. And why I'm saying this? Because investing in new technologies, investing in the future, investing in alternative fuels, I would say, even if it's one fuel that tomorrow you come and you tell me that this is the right fuel and everybody will use this, the alternative to fuel oil, to IFO. Has anybody calculated the amounts of trillions in money terms needed to create the infrastructures, the bunkering infrastructures to accommodate this new fuel? Has anybody calculated the carbon footprint of all these infrastructures that will be required for all this setup to become a reality and not just a theory? So that is my biggest concern. My biggest concern is that we're trying to improve in terms of carbon emissions by reducing fossil fuels, and the alternative fuels that we will have in the future might have a bigger carbon footprint. One example is the batteries of the car. You have an electric car, and from what I have read and what I have actually made an investigation further, the batteries of the cars become carbon neutral after the first 5 years because of the components that are needed to create a battery, which you have carbon extracted and carbon going into the atmosphere to produce these batteries. So a battery of 10 years has only 5 years of carbon neutral and 5 years of carbon footprint that it has to equate. So this gives you a practical example. I like to always talk with practical examples of some misconceptions. This is, I think, the right word to use. In continuation, I would say to what I've already addressed, I think, again, I will use one word. I like to use simple words, one word always. All these regulators, all the regulators that come up with a lot of different scenarios, I think they have to come down to practicality and use the word doable and not in the sphere of fantasy. So I will again stress the word, all solutions and proposals, they have to be doable. Yes, a key message. If I had today the IMO regulators in front of me, I would tell them, do you know our business? Do you know shipping? Because if you don't know shipping, how can you regulate shipping? And I think that's one of the biggest issues. People who regulate are not in our industry. They don't know deeply, as we do, what industry can and what industry cannot do. So the question would be, come and live in shipping for a long time, gain the experience, and then become a regulator.